But you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Here comes the new-look Lion offense here in 2021, led by their quarterback in his first season in Detroit after 5 in L.A., Jared Goff.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Now a first down throw, gone. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The throw complete here to Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. A good pickup there, a 22.
And the Lions took a flyer on Williams, who played 4 years with the Chargers and 2 more with the Raiders. Missed all of 2020 with a shoulder injury. Trying to get back in form. Grabs one there for a first down.
Now Goff on first down. This one taken in by Cephas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Out of the gun, Goff. But it stays up. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up third and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing first and goal, looking to regroup.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Swift. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The numbers for him from a week ago, 12 carries, 52 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to him early.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And we got our first look now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, coming off a great 2020 where he took home the MVP trophy.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The numbers for Jones last week, 22 carries, 125 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Jones. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Touchdown, Packers! Odell Beckham, 48 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result, a Green Bay score.
teams had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Well, this defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield, because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And Rashad Perriman's in his 6th NFL season. The Lions already his 5th team. He did have 30 catches last year with the New York Jets. But here in Detroit, hoping to recreate the magic his father created. Brett was quite the receiver for Detroit in his day. Played there 6 years, went over 1,000 yards twice. A first down catch for the younger Perriman.
From the 41, Goff, throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Again, Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a yard to go here on second down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That's going to set him back 5 yards. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Now Williams running left. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Goff now looking to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 23 yards on the play. 7-7, our score after 1. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Goff now looks to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Rashawn Gary able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. His kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And this will be a Packers 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And another nice catch there for a 1st down by Davante Adams. That's something we're quite familiar with. Last year, the NFL leader in touchdown catches with 18, tied for 2nd in receptions, 5th in receiving yards, added all up, arguably the top receiver in the NFL.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Here's Rodgers. He completes it to Beckham. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Jones is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Jones again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Goff. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover like that. I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On first down, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 3 yards the game there, second down. That is caught. It's Williams. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyrell Williams. 72 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Now Parkey for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Patriots come in and get the victory on the road. Cam Newton, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. A.J. Green, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, I think they'll try and help him out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Got a man, it's Htownfinest. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers, buying time to his left. Throw complete to the tight end, Htownfinest. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. On 1st down, Jones. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. A give to Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25. Opted for the touchback. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. And he's racking up the yardage. You see the catches. Defensively, what do you do here to stop a guy like this?
You keep trying to change things up because nothing is really working. Whether you have a man on him, 2 people, you're showing different types of zone defenses combined with man-to-man coverages. Try and change things up and eventually get to the point where maybe you put enough people on him, they won't throw the ball to him anymore.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gone. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Intended receiver there was Quintez Cephas, but it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Zadarius Smith, his 2nd sack of the night. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a
Tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now Rodgers. It's caught by OBJ. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones.
64 yards on the ground for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
But CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll run for it with Dillon.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Tyrod Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Goff. Get to him as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Quickly to Hockenson. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Touchdown, Detroit. Brashad Perriman, 65 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
He adds the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 5 plays there on that drive, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Here comes Cobb. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, here's Jones. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far, 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. The Packers go for it. Rodgers dancing to his left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
This is Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Packers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down throw, gone.
He gets this complete to Cephas. 7 yards, the pickup there.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Three yards remain for second down.
A shotgun snap for gone.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that earns them a fresh set of downs.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Goff throwing again. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Now Goff.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Goff now to throw.
On the slant, this is Perryman.
And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to look deep for Perriman, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.